We give you the facts, it's not what you think. Popeye Newsling, Young King, 1 yard, bless.
Good morning, Popeye. Grandma watch Popeyes every morning and every night.
What am I think? What am I think? You're listening to Popeye News Links. This is the Admiral Tibet who I represent, and remember, the time is so serious, cantankerous and dangerous. This is Popeye News Links.
People of Center, St. Mary and surrounding.
Yeah, watch Popeyes, mama.
Here is
Where I watch?
Popeye.
are you on exactly? If you are,
Greetings viewers and subscribers. My good friend Sharon, also known as Susan. You are from the parish of Westmoreland, but you are living in Brooklyn, New York. You celebrated your birthday yesterday. A happy belated birthday to you, Susan, my good friend. I have no doubt that yesterday you had a wonderful birthday, and may you live to see holy more. In today's journey, we are at the Rio Hotel in the parish of Hanover, and we are going to be leaving Rio. We are going to be heading to Savannah Lamar in the rain, and then up to Darlistan to attend a party. Continue to sit back, continue to relax, and continue to enjoy this journey with me. In the news today, detectives in Trelawney, they have arrested and charged a hotel worker. His name is Romario Lawrence. Romario is 27 years old and he's living at Philadelphia in the parish of St. Anne. Reports are that Romario is employed to a well-known hotel in the parish of Trelawney. He's employed as an electrician and he's attached to the maintenance department at the said hotel. Last week, Sunday, September 12, a family were staying in a room at the hotel. They checked out and they went back to the United States of America. After they checked out, Romario, he went into the hotel room to carry out maintenance checks. While he was inside the room, Romario, he noticed that the safe was left open. A total of 6 bank cards were seen in the safe. Romario, he picked up the 6 bank cards and put them in his pants pocket. He didn't report the find to the hotel. Romario, he left the hotel with the cards in his pockets. The owner for the bank cards, she then started receiving several notifications that her cards were being used online. She contacted her bank and locked down the cards. She then contacted the hotel in Trelawney and the hotel. They contacted the police. Following investigations by the hotel and the police, Romario, he was identified as the likely thief. He was taken into custody by the police, and after he was presented with some evidence, he confessed. Not only did Romario confess, he took the police to his home in St. Anne, where he handed over the 6 bank cards to the police. He was charged, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. Over in St. Anne, detectives have arrested and charged a so-called businessman for the offense of fraudulent conversion. This is after he scammed 2 tour operators of a total of 3.4 million Jamaican dollars. His name is Lloyd Thompson. He is 44 years old and he's living in the parish of St. Catherine. Reports are that from mid-2023, Lloyd, he made arrangements with 2 tour operators to import a Toyota Coaster and a Toyota Hiace minibus for them. One of the men, he made a deposit of 2.4 million Jamaican dollars for the Coaster, and the other one, he made a deposit of 1 million Jamaican dollars for the Toyota Hiace. From then, Lloyd, he has been giving the men pure cock and bull stories. A report was made to the police who commenced investigations. It was recently found out that Lloyd, he was locked up in Kingston on similar fraud charges. He was charged by the St. Anne police in relation to these offenses and he'll be facing the courts shortly. And we are told that the charges are piling up against Lloyd. Boy, may I tell you. In this report, we are learning that one night last week, a hoodlum broke into the Portmore United Church in Jamaica and the Cayman Islands in Portmore. The hoodlum, he gained entry into the ministry center by removing several louver blades from a window. Once inside, the hoodlum him thief 2 Accutech wall fans and a level. The hoodlum, he then made good his escape. In this report, early yesterday morning, Sunday, October 19, about 2:30, a female, she was fast asleep at her home at Eltham in the Ochares area of St. Ann when she was awoken by strange sounds in her bedroom. She was surprised to see a hoodlum wearing a mask in her bedroom. The female, she screamed out like crazy, and the hoodlum, he opened the front door and ran out of the house, making good his escape on foot in the area. Checks were made, and it was realized that the hoodlum, he had entered the house by cutting a mesh from the kitchen window that was left partially opened. Further checks were made, and it was confirmed that the hoodlum in thief 1 black Samsung Galaxy A3 cell phone, 1 navy blue Samsung Galaxy F5, and 1 brown handbag containing almost 10,000 Jamaican dollars and 50 United States dollars plus important documents. Just like that. This one, it took place early Friday morning, October 17 at minutes to 5 o'clock. It took place at 8 miles in the Bartons area of Old Harbour in the parish of St. Catherine. We are learning that a team of police officers, acting on intelligence, they carried out a raid at a premises in the area. A white Toyota Axia motor car that was parked in the yard, it was searched, and bingo. The police, they found 1 Bursa single action 9mm pistol with the serial number intact. It was affixed with a magazine containing 1 live 9mm round. The police, they also found a drinks bottle in a flower spot in front of the house. That bottle was searched, and bingo again. It was found to contain 7.62, 2 5.56, 6 9mm and 4.40 rounds. A 31-year-old and a 19-year-old guy who are both living at the house, they were taken into custody, and it is likely that they will be charged by the police. Intelligencers, big up on yourself, and officers, job well done. In this report, early Friday morning, October 17, about 5:30, a team of police officers, acting on intelligence, they carried out a raid at Portsea Road in the Portsmouth area of St. Catherine. A house was searched, and bingo. 1 6-saw 9mm pistol with the serial number intact, affixed with a magazine containing 16 9mm rounds plus an additional 4 9mm rounds were found in a chest of drawer in the bedroom. The guy who is living at the house and who was there during the search, he was arrested and charged by the police. His name is Allichi Henry, but he's popularly known as Rooster. Rooster is 35 years old. We are told that Rooster, he's a well-known hoodlum who has been creating havoc in the Portmore area. He was charged, so he'll be facing the courts shortly. Intelligencers, big up on yourself, and officers, job well done. And talking about job well done, that guy on your screen, his name is Rushawn Johnson, but he's popularly known as Chunky. Chunky is living at Highsbrisset in the Lucy area of Hanover. We are learning that some time ago, Chunky, he had jumped over the wall of a well-known hotel in the parish of Hanover, and he was found lying on a bed in one of the guest rooms. For some strange reason, Chunky, he was later hired by the same hotel, and he was working in the maintenance department. We are also learning that while Chunky was working at the hotel, he borrowed about $500,000 Jamaican dollars and gave it to a female. Reports are that the female, She then started to this Chunky. Our information is that Chunky, him licked down the female speechless. Chunky, he was subsequently fired by the hotel. Chunky, he was now working for some business people who are living at Hotel in the parish of Hanover. Sometimes, Chunky would go to their home and he would do a little work in the yard and wipe down the house windows, etc. On Saturday morning, October 18, about some minutes to 11 o'clock, Chunky, he went to the home and he was working. The wife, who is in her late 30s, she was inside the house. We are learning that Chunky, he approached the wife who was in her bedroom and told her that he wanted to use the bathroom. The lady, she told Chunky that he could not use the bathroom because of water issues. Chunky, he then pulled a gun and pointed it at the lady. He then punched her in her face and chambered around in the gun. In other words, Chunky in select one in the head. The lady, she grabbed onto Chunky and both of them started to wrestle for the gun. The lady, she overpowered Chunky and took away the gun from him. Gun idiot Chunky, he then ran away, making good his escape. The police, they were called and the black and silver Ruger 9mm pistol, affixed with a magazine containing 3 live rounds, were handed over to them. The police, they also found Chunky's sneakers and his black and brown Jansport bag on the scene. On Saturday afternoon, we posted Chunky on our Facebook page stating that he was wanted by the police. Yesterday, Sunday, October 19, Chunky, he called a relative who went and picked him up in bushes at Point in Hanover and he was handed over to the police. He'll be charged and let's hope he's sent away for a very long time, because I am sure that it is likely that that female would have gotten at least 2 of those bullets that Chunky had in the gun. Am I right or am I right? Just think about it for a moment. Can you imagine what Chunky's plans were? Lady, you madam, you should be awarded on this Heroes Day. Trust me. Boy, may I tell you. Madam, well done. In this report, early last week, Wednesday morning, October 15, at minutes to 6 o'clock, a 17-year-old UTech student, she was at the bus stop at the Southborough roundabout in Portmore. She was waiting on transportation to go to classes when a hoodlum walked up. The hoodlum, he pulled a gun and juked down the female. He then proceeded to rob her of her blue knapsack bag containing 32,000 Jamaican dollars in cash, 1 red iPhone cell phone, and 1 black scientific calculator. The hoodlum, he then made good his escape. Early Saturday morning, October 18, at minutes after 5 o'clock, a 12-year-old Jamaica College student, he left his home to attend track and field training. He was walking in the vicinity of the Greater Portmore Shopping Center towards the bus stop when a black Subaru motorcar drove up and stopped. One of the hoodlums in the car, he pulled a gun and pointed it at the young track star. He then proceeded to rob him of his silver iPhone XS cell phone and a pair of white iPods. The hoodlums, they then made good their escape in the car. On Saturday afternoon, October 18, about some minutes to 5 o'clock, a 34-year-old taxi driver, he was out on the hustling. He was driving along the Salt Gully Road in the Old Harbour Bay area of St. Catherine with 2 guys in the car who was posing as passengers. The hoodlums, they pulled guns and them juked down the taxi driver. They then robbed him of cash amounting to 30,000 Jamaican dollars. We are told that one of the hoodlums, he then hit the driver in his head with his gun, causing a serious wound. He then pointed the gun at the driver's head and squeezed, but the gun jammed. The 2 hoodlums, they then jumped out of the car and made good their escape in the area. Still in Portmore. This one took place last night, Sunday, October 19, at minutes to 9 o'clock. It took place along Alamanda Drive in the Portmore Pines area of Portmore in the parish of St. Catherine. Reports are that a 31-year-old female, she was walking along the roadway when she was approached by a hoodlum. The hoodlum, he pulled a knife and held up the female, instructing her to hand over her property. The female refused, and the hoodlum, he used the knife to cut the female on her right hand, causing a wound. The hoodlum, he then robbed the female of her grey coach handbag containing one Samsung Note 20 cell phone along with important documents. The hoodlum, he then made good his escape. And talking about hoodlum, that hoodlum on your screen, his name is Alex Hill. On December 10 coming up, Alex will be celebrating his 22nd birthday. Now, I have carried stories about Alex on this channel before. Alex, he was a hitman. Alex was a robber. Alex a kill people from him yai de him knee. In 2022, Alex, he was implicated in the killing of his own uncle known as 20 Grade. Last year, January, Alex, he was arrested and charged by the Westmoreland police for shooting a man in the said Grangeville area. Alex, he was also implicated in the shooting death of that man on your screen. His name is Kirk Thomas, but he was popularly known as Crabby. Crabby was 49 years old. Crabby, he was shot and killed on Wednesday, June 26 last year at Crowder District in Grangeville. Alex, he was involved in a lot of hoodlum activities in the parish of Westmoreland. We are learning that on Thursday, October 16, Alex, he was involved in a bike accident and he was seriously injured. He was taken to the Savannah Hospital where he subsequently died. Another hoodlum bites the dust. In this next report, on Wednesday, October 8th, I carried a report. It was about an incident that took place the previous night. Tuesday, October 7th, about 7:30. It took place at Tracyville in the Limal area of St. Anne. Reports are that a guy named Roy Paul Annikie, he was a 38-year-old caretaker living at Tracyville. He was in a house in the area with a guy named Junior Campbell, but he's popularly known as Alka or Blacka. Blacka is 37 years old and he's a higgler living at Clamsden in the Limal area. They were in the house when they had an argument. It is alleged that Blacka, he used a knife to inflict wounds all over Roy's body, killing him on the spot. Blacka, he then made good his escape on foot in the area. On Thursday, October 9, Blacka, he was picked up by the police and he was taken into custody. Last week, Tuesday, October 14, a postmortem was done on Roy's body and it was confirmed that he died from multiple blunt force and sharp injuries. As a result, Blacka, he was charged for Roy's murder and he'll be facing the courts shortly. The mayhem. So let me ask you something. Let me ask you something. Have you hit on the love button as yet? If you have not yet done so, remember to hit on it. Also, if you are over here watching our videos and you have not yet subscribed, hit on the subscribe button as also. Hit on the notification bell. Then click all so that whenever we drop a new video, you will be one of the first to be notified. In the final report for today, early yesterday morning, Sunday, October 19, almost 5:30, a team of police officers, they went into the Tucker District area of St. James in search of a guy who they're claiming was a hoodlum and who was implicated in several hoodlum activities in the parish of St. James. The police, they're claiming that this guy, he was implicated in several robberies that were being committed in the estuary area. His name is Odree Obrian Jarrett, but he was popularly known as Glasses. Glasses was 35 years old and he's from the retirement district area of St. James. The police, they're claiming that on arriving at the house, they breached and entered the house where they saw Glasses. They're claiming that Glasses, he pulled a gun and in a few seconds it was all over. They're claiming that Glasses, he fell clutching a black Heckler & Koch 9mm pistol with the serial number intact. It was affixed with a magazine containing 4 live rounds. Glasses, he died on the spot. Indicom are investigating. The mayhem continues. Blessed love, everybody.
From the hills to the town, we bring the link. Straight facts, no mix up, no gimmick, no wing. You tune in now, get the real insight. Cause Papa News Link lights in up.
Papa News Link, yeah, we tell it how it is. Jamaican vice, truth in all the biz. Click it, share it, every little click count. News with the vibes, and that we announce.
No gimmick, no way. You tune in now, get the real insight. Cause Papa News Link lighting up the ring.
Papa News Link, yeah, we tell it how it is. Jamaican voice, truth in all the biz. Click it, share it, every little click count. News with the vibes, and that we are on. Papa News Link, yeah, we tell it how it is. Jamaican voice, truth in all the biz. Click it, share it, every little click count. News with the vibes, and that we are on.
It's not me being she a command out them and it Johnny you damn catch a fire me feel rated. Inna the race the prop and no fate. Try me bleak with me coming on me cross silence. From me used to the town we bring the link. Straight facts, no mix up, no gimmick, no wing. You tune in now, get the real insight. Cause Papa News Link lighting up thing.
Papa